So at the time of me recording this right now, I had just uploaded, like maybe an hour ago, my last video, which was the Chaotix Casefiles episode 0, which I reacted to a day before today, yesterday. And I only, and I really wanted to make a video on it just to go over my observations and my theories, things like that. Um, as a detective as I'm listening to the story unfold. And if you want to see what I think so far, go ahead and look at that video. But I'm just not looking at this picture of Knuckles here. It says wanted reward. Wow, that's interesting. I feel like in the trailer for the Caddis Case Files, I think they mentioned some red intruder. I wonder if it has to do with Knuckles. But I'm excited for this. This is the first time I've ever seen this episode. Before I recorded the video for episode 0. I had already watched it the day before, like I said, on Sam Procrastinate's channel. When I believe he premiered it that day. So that's when I watched it originally, and I watched it a few times so I can figure out the mystery. And well, I think I decided this a long time ago that I wanted to record my reactions going forward, um, just so well, I just want to solve the mystery. And if you guys want to, mention any of your observations or whatever related to the case, I will love to read them so we can all figure it out together. But let's just go ahead and start this. Unlike the last one, this is now completely blind. I have no idea what this case here, or not case, but episode here has going on, so I'm excited. And yeah, since this is not only a reaction, it's me trying to figure out what's going on as a detective, I am going to pause some points and talk a bit. I won't talk too long. I'll try to um, keep it going to where, I'm not losing too much time talking about it, about my own observations and theories. I don't want to take too much time to do that. I hope I can get my point across as quickly as I can so that we can continue watching it. If you're watching this with me for the first time or whatever. But yeah, let's just go ahead and start. This theme is really good. That's
No
Knuckles.
job too big, no gig too small, no bait too dangerous, chaotic do it all. Give us your mystery, you wouldn't want to miss when the chaotics are on the case.
That was a much shorter version of what played at the end of episode 0. So that's just I guess it's the theme song going forward when these episodes come out. That will be the theme that will play, um, which is much shorter again than the full song that we heard in episode 0. So like an anime opening. Okay, except without the animation, just the music. Okay, let's start.
Wake up!
Oh, my aching everything. Come on, Vector. Pull yourself together. The Chaotix Detective Agency is on a case. We had just followed up on a major clue when there was a big fight.
Morning, Vector. You snore, by the way.
Sonic? Where in the... We're in cages. Hey, we're in cages.
Another brilliant deduction from the lead investigator of the Chaotix Detective Agency.
Dr. Eggman.
Perhaps you can help me with a little mystery while you're here. You see, I'm used to Sonic showing up to ruin my plans. Didn't go quite as you expected this time, eh, Rodent?
Zigged when I should have zagged.
But I'm not accustomed to you snooping around so brazenly, Vector. Just what were you up to before I caught you?
I'm on a case, obviously.
Ah, well, if that's all, I can just dispose of you.
To find whoever's stealing the astroscopic lenses.
I've never heard of those, but they sound important.
Hold on. What kind of lenses? And it seems that Eggman didn't expect, well, as he just said, he didn't expect Vector to be here. Though Sonic is the kind to be snooping around Eggman's plans, but not so much Vector. And this is the first time we're hearing about this case. In the previous episode, they didn't even talk about this at all, so I don't know what's going on. I just wanted to listen to what he said just now about the lenses. What kind of lenses?
Just dispose of you.
To find whoever's stealing the astroscopic lenses.
I've never heard of those, but they sound important.
Yeah, seems like quite the thrilling case, Vector. Why don't you tell us all about it? Every last detail.
Please.
Yeah, but... Oh! Yeah! Okay. Settle in, boys. I call this one the Case of the Two-Faced Thief. You can find a million stories in the naked city. Every shadow, every alley, every unexpected pothole that makes you trip and twist your ankle. All of them filled with treachery and malice. And stupid robots. It'd take an army to set it right. I don't have an army. I've got a ninja chameleon, a happy-go-lucky bee, and a sharp eye for detail. My name is Vector the Crocodile, and if there's trouble out there, you can bet I'll step in it.
Wow, Vector, you sound like a real detective.
You gonna do that the whole time?
Look, Dr. Eggman, the Chaotix Detective Agency is the real deal. This is our hard-boiled detective story. I'm gonna tell it how I want to.
Yeah, and I think the voice is kind of fun.
You would.
Just sit back and listen, boys, while I lay down the facts. It all started
Excited.
one day when we were hanging in Station Square, taking in some much-needed sunshine.
By the way, in episode 0, this does not sound much related to the information I got in episode 0. They weren't in Station Square unless the detective agency is within Station Square. I don't know. But it's already deviating from what I remember from episode 0, which I watched many times today before um and during my recording, which I uploaded recently. So right now I have no clue what's going on. So I'm excited to to see what's happening.
The train will be arriving soon.
La la la, we're in love.
I swear, I'm never going in that casino again.
Station Square.
the the casino. Wait a minute. Okay, so Station Square, the casino that they're talking about is the one where Sonic and Tails went to go get an emerald, perhaps? Because in Station Square there was this casino that you had to go get an emerald at by getting a whole bunch of rings to climb up to get the emerald. However, spoiler alert, in case you don't know the story of Sonic Adventure, Eggman takes the emerald from Sonic and Tails after that, after they get the emerald from the casino. I wonder if they're referring to that casino.
Square's a lot like me. Just a normal city full of hustle and bustle. A great railway.
Let me go back to make
I
sure I
swear,
understood what happened.
I'm never going in that casino again.
Station Square's a lot like me. Just a normal city full of hustle and bustle. A great railway union. Till you look under the surface and realize how much of it has been damaged and rebuilt in the past. How a peaceful exterior can hide pain and suffering and cracked sewer pipes. Hang on. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, yeah.
With Robin
Another
McGill,
ad.
Earn
Sorry, we got an ad, so I'm gonna move back a little bit.
Area can hide pain and suffering and crack sewer pipes. Hang on. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, yeah. Ice cream. All right, fellas. Here you go. Rocky Road and butter pecan for Charmy. And a single scoop of vanilla for you, SBO.
I just wanted to say that now this is where I remember episode 0 ending, them going to get ice cream, before they gave us a sneak peek of them being trapped later on. Now I want to mention this. SBO said in the last episode that he was lactose intolerant. Probably. Like he was like, I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant or something like that. So I wonder if that's why he had one scoop, so he can't have too much ice cream. And and apparently Charmy likes pecan. What was it? Pecan?
Ice cream. All right, fellas. Here you go. Rocky Road and butter pecan for Charmy.
Rocky Road and butter
And a
pecan.
single scoop of vanilla for you, SBO.
And did you get the bubble gum like you were craving?
Spectre, what do you get?
Bubblegum, of
I
course.
knew it.
Hey, Espio. Why the long face, buddy?
He's sad, because he's afraid he'll forget how to be a ninja.
That is not even remotely what I said, Charmy.
Ooh, look at that butterfly.
And there he goes, flying off without a care in the world. Anyway, what I said was, I'm afraid my skills are stagnating. I mean, sure, I can turn invisible, jump vertical walls, and hit a bottle cap with a throwing spike from 50 feet away. But I just don't feel challenged.
Huh. I hear you, man. But someday soon...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Vector. It's just that person in the picture on the right side of the screen looks like a girl or a female, but it reminds me of that professor that Tails spoke to in Tails Tube. Victoria was her name. It reminds me of her. I don't know if her silhouette is exactly that, but it does remind me of that. I just wanted to mention that. I thought about that earlier, I think, and I'm just thinking about it again.
soon, we're gonna get a big case that's gonna...
Just go back.
And
That's
hit a bottle cap with a throwing spike from 50 feet away. But I just don't feel challenged.
Huh. I hear you, man. But someday soon, we're gonna get a big case that's gonna test our detective abilities. All three of us.
Speaking of which,
I will love
where
that.
did Charmy go?
Guys, there's action at the newsstand, and it's about our old pal, Knuckles.
Let's grab a newspaper at the stand.
Who is that mysterious intruder? Gone to downtown.
I can't believe it.
We made our way through the crowd, already packed tight and getting tighter by the second. It felt like half the city was there. Everyone struggling to get a glimpse of the latest headline.
Just slip in here and snag a copy. All right.
He didn't pay
This
for
is
it,
what
did he?
the article says. Anonymous assailant abducts artifact. Chaos erupted at the City Museum this morning when an unidentified red intruder burst in and stole a priceless relic. If anyone recognizes the individual, please contact Gunn, as they've taken lead on the investigation.
Whoa. So, Vector's telling about the story to Eggman and Sonic. Which, by the way, I didn't mention this before, but I guess Sonic wants Vector to talk so Sonic can find a way to get out. Having Vector talk to buy time and distract Eggman. But whatever the case. Gunn is the lead investigator of this? The lead investigation team? That is interesting. And a mysterious red assailant. And I suppose if they're talking about the... What was that thing that Vector said that I went back to listen to it, but I don't even remember what it was called. I'm sure they'll say what the artifact is. But this is interesting.
The military is investigating a museum robbery?
Right.
Look, Espio, they've got a photo from the security camera, see? Vector, doesn't that look like our good buddy Knuckles?
I don't know, Charmy. It's awfully grainy. And Knuckles almost never leaves his post on his island.
Good point.
Also, why's Gunn wasting manpower here? I thought that they were barely holding it together these days. Much as I hated to admit it.
It is interesting. So, yeah, everything Vector said, I'm thinking the same thing. It's really interesting. Gunn is taking over the investigation. They're leading it for a robbery. Even if it is a robbery, I wonder how important the artifact is. Is that what made Gunn become interested? And like Vector said, Knuckles, he usually stays on his island. I wonder if he's there now. Maybe we should pay a visit to him. Oh, this is really interesting. We need to gather more information. We need more evidence. We need to go check out the island to see what's going on. And Knuckles, if Knuckles did steal it, I'm sure it wasn't for a bad cause. Well, at least I hope not. And if so, he might confide in us. Vector called him a friend. He should confide in us. After all, they had the whole Knuckles Chaotix situation going on in the past, so if Knuckles can trust us, if he really is behind us, and Knuckles can trust us, I say us as in me, as if I'm part of the detective team, the Detective Chaotix Agency, the Chaotix Detective Agency. Wow, sometimes I do that. I mixed the arrangement of the words. But if I was part of the detective agency, I'm just saying us as if I was part of it. But whatever the case, hopefully Knuckles will confide in us if he is responsible for this. But why would somebody want this artifact? We need to learn more about this artifact. We need to learn about the whereabouts of Knuckles, and we need to understand why Gunn has any interest in this robbery, and especially this artifact. Suppose we just need more information.
It did look like Knuckles. The heart
Unless their interest is in Knuckles the Echidna. We just need more information, honestly.
is punching, fastest gliding echidna who'd ever darken the door of our office. But the clues didn't add up. The Knuckles like Knuckles.
Go back a bit more.
The hardest punching, fastest gliding echidna who'd ever darken the door of our office. But the clues didn't add up.
By the way, I just love to hear him speak in such a poetic way. Who darkened the door of our agency? I don't know exactly what he said, but the point is that here. Let me just hear that one more time.
Like
Sorry
Knuckles,
for pausing.
The hardest punching, fastest gliding echidna who'd ever darken the door of our office.
Darken the door of our office. I really like that. That just means that you walk up to the door and it gets dark because your shadow is covering the door. So darken the door of our office means that it came to our office. That's all that means. It's poetic and I really like that. It really does match the uh, detective noir aesthetic that they're going for with the Chaotix Detective Agency. I really do like that.
But the clues didn't add up. The Knuckles we knew was a good guy.
Right.
In fact, for a while he was a colleague of ours at the agency. Even if he is just a suspect, we've got to get to the museum right away.
Vector, you realize we haven't been hired to look into this?
Oh, hey, that makes me think.
Yeah?
I was supposed to tell you guys something.
Okay.
I wonder what it was.
Another ad. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're back. Sorry, these ads pop up.
That makes me think.
Yeah?
I was supposed to tell you guys something.
Okay.
I wonder what it was. Oh well, I forgot.
We gotta do something. Knuckles used to work with us, and he's still our friend. Saddle up, boys. We're going to the museum.
Saddle up? Vector, are we riding horses?
No, we're walking.
Oh, that music. That music is amazing.
Chaotix.
Phenomenal.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
The Charmy
I
buzzing.
just don't think you should worry, Espio. We've all got our roles. You're the agency's stealthy ninja guy, just like I'm the group's muscle.
I'm sorry. You're the what now?
The muscle? You know, the bruiser, the beefcake, the guy with the crazy eyes that everybody's scared of.
I hate to break it to you, Charmy,
Oh, no,
but
Charmy.
I'm the muscle.
What?
I'm 10 times your size. Look at these arms. Look at this tail. Of course I'm the muscle. I'm the brains, too, now that I think about it.
But, if I'm not the big bad bruiser, then what am I?
We'll figure that out later, Charmy. There's the museum.
Oh, great. It's surrounded by gun soldiers.
Move along, citizens. Nothing to see here.
I want to see. Oh, they blocked the road.
GUN stood for Guardian Units of Nations. 50% military, 50% police, 150% no-nonsense.
Look at the front door. It's smashed to bits. That's definitely Knuckles style.
Yeah. So, what's the plan, Mr. Brains?
Finally, a chance for some real hard-boiled action. I came up with a plan on the spot. A brilliant one, naturally. First, Espio used his ninja skills.
Now you see me. Now you don't. Ninja invisibility technique, leaf swirl. Then he's
Leaf Swirl. That's what he did in Sonic Heroes. Also, didn't I have a question. Just to be sure, so we're at 9:18 right now. I need to go back a bit because then they uploaded a picture from the security, well rather they from the security camera footage they put it onto the newspaper. Who did they say to report information to? Was it to Gunn as well? I mean, they are the lead investigators, right? They said that in the newspaper as well.
Our friend. Saddle up, boys. But the clues didn't add up.
Just go back a bit.
Identified red intruder burst in and stole a priceless relic. If anyone recognizes the individual, please contact Gunn, as they've taken lead on the investigation.
Right. So that's what I remember.
He
Wanted to make sure.
circumvents the soldiers, unseen, unheard, and slips inside the museum.
Hey, how'd that door come open?
Dunno, sir. Nobody's here. Must have been the wind.
Now, to get this side window open.
Then, Charmy put his wings to good use on the security system.
Roses are red, licorice is black. There's nothing quite like a sting attack.
Security offline.
I then maneuvered through the open window, as gracefully as a dancer. Ouch! The only thing left was to find the security room. A task we accomplished.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh and acknowledge what he just said so I can focus going forward. Um, they should be gathering information, by the way. So I'm wondering how this is all going to tie into them getting more information. I don't know if it's they're trying to get the extensive security camera footage so they can review all of it to see how much information they can get, or I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to do, but it might be that. But they are gathering information, which is the most important part of solving a mystery, so that's good. I just wonder what their exact aim is right now in gathering information. Also, him finding the security room sounds sounds awful like him saying the computer room in Shadow the Hedgehog. I had to acknowledge that, or else I wouldn't be thinking about. I wouldn't be able to focus.
Accomplished faster than Sonic buckles his shoes.
Oh, great. The door's locked.
Oh, who needs a key? Stand back, fellas. I'm gonna pump up a roar with a spin attack.
Oh my word!
Pump up a roar with a spin attack. That reminds me of him roaring with those musical notes coming out of his mouth as he spun around in Sonic Heroes. I wonder if that has to do with it. There's a lot of references, it seems, in here, which I know some Sonic fans don't like the whole reference thing because of, well, there's reasons to it, but it's pretty nice.
Gentlemen, you could have simply not.
What's this?
Whoops. Excuse us. Didn't mean to knock the door all the way out of its frame. Okay, that's broken. Ahem. We're the Chaotix Detective Agency, and we're looking into
the theft, yes. Do come in. I'm Mr. Kitsch, the museum's curator. Thank you for coming on such short notice.
The museum's curator. The museum's curator. Give me a moment to make sure I understand exactly what that means. So according to the AI overview here, a museum curator manages, researches, and interprets collections, playing a critical role in preserving artifacts and designing exhibitions for institutions like museums or galleries. It's interesting though. What is a museum curator doing in a security room? That is where they went to. The detectives, right? Went to the security room. I mean, it's not that he shouldn't be involved with it. If he knows something that might help him or help the investigation, then there's nothing wrong with it. But I wonder what he's doing in there.
Curator, thank you for coming on such short notice.
You were expecting us?
Yeah, right. What do you mean?
Right! That's what I forgot. Remember back when we were eating ice cream and I said I was supposed to tell you something, but I couldn't think of what it was? Well, it was Mr. Kitch.
Really,
He
Charmy?
called the Chaotix phone while I was chasing that butterfly. He wants to hire us to recover the stolen artifact and said all we had to do was mention his name to the gun soldiers and they'd let us right in. Boy, am I glad I remembered.
So we never needed
that
to
would have been
sneak in.
really embarrassing to forget.
Really, Charmy?
Charmy.
Yes, boss?
We'll talk about this later.
Okay, hold on. That was cute, the way he said that.
Really
Yes,
embarrassing to
boss.
forget.
Charmy.
Yes, boss?
We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
It didn't take long for Kitch to pull up the security footage.
That sure does look like Knuckles. Moves like him, too. He made a beeline right to that artifact. Bee? Get it? 'Cause I'm a...
Knuckles.
So, I'm guessing they're confirming that he did smash to the front door and made a beeline right to the artifact? A beeline. Does that mean he knew exactly where he needed to go? I mean, of course, if you went to a museum and you've seen the artifacts within there, then you already know where to go. But regardless of that, in order to make a beeline for something, it shows that you had the intention of going right for that artifact. If you wasn't just running to any random place as quickly as possible and just taking whatever was there. If he really wanted that, then he must have had prior knowledge of where it was. So either he'd been in there before and knew where it was, the person who stole the artifact, or he was told about where it was. The point is that he had intel and knew exactly where it was, no matter how simple or complex it is in the way that he received that information. Not to say that this is Knuckles. You have no clue who this person is. But it's interesting. The case of the two-faced thief. I don't want to think about the title so much. I don't want to use meta in order to understand the mystery. Let's just continue. Let me go back a little bit, though.
The footage.
That sure does look like Knuckles. Moves like him, too. He made a beeline right to that artifact. Bee? Get it? 'Cause I'm a...
Knuckles is an experienced treasure hunter. If he were going to steal anything, something from a museum would make sense.
See, what I said was funny, 'cause I'm a...
I don't know. I don't buy it. Knuckles is no common criminal.
'Cause I'm a bee. Get it? Get it? Wow. Everybody's grumpy today.
You should try
Anyway,
contacting him. Go to his
It
island.
might be Knuckles if Dr. Eggman tricked him again.
Yeah, maybe. Let's go take a look at what he might have stolen.
Chaotix.
According to this info card, the stolen object was an astroscopic lens. There's a photo of it.
What do you know about this, Mr. Kitch?
We never knew much about it, I'm afraid. Only that it was incredibly old.
Huh. Well,
And this is coming from the curator. Kitch is his name? The curator who interprets the collections, and the artifacts and things of that nature, right? If I'm understanding him correctly, his title, then he's the one who should know what it is, but he says he doesn't know it. But if Knuckles made a beeline to it, then I'm guessing it was on display. If it was on display, then I wonder why they found that it was worth displaying if they don't know much about it. Let's go back and see, make sure I didn't miss anything.
It was an astroscopic lens. There's a photo of it.
what do you know about this, Mr. Kitch?
We never knew much about it, I'm afraid. Only that it was incredibly old.
Huh.
Incredibly
Well,
old.
Whatever
All it took
happened, and whatever that thing is,
to display
we
it?
all know what the next step has to be.
Buy more ice cream?
Interrogate Knuckles.
Oh, I was waiting for this. Okay. The things, just thinking as if I was in this position, I will want to go find Knuckles. I will go to his island in case, because if it isn't him and Knuckles isn't related to what's going on here, then he's probably sitting up on his island guarding the Master Emerald. And he might not even know what's going on if he's not keeping up with the news or if he's not using technology to keep up with the news and happenings down at the bottom. You know what's interesting though? If Knuckles is up on his island and it's only him on his island, if it's a solitude situation, he doesn't just like anybody going on his island. And it's not like everybody, the main characters or anybody else goes to his island every single day. So if somebody wanted to frame Knuckles, they would have to do it on a day and a time when they knew that nobody else was on the island to confirm the alibi of Knuckles. Knuckles, if he's solitude up on that island, then they can take advantage of that because they can use his face. Say it's a shapeshifter or whatever. They can use his face and say, well, and just pretend that they are Knuckles and steal something or do some crime, and Knuckles won't have anybody to confirm his alibi. Think about it. Unless there's cameras or anything like that up there on the island that he could use, which I don't know if he's very keen on with that kind of technology, then it's a good opportunity for somebody who's like a shapeshifter to use Knuckles' face to commit a crime and then blame it all on him because no one will have an alibi over it. Especially if Knuckles is the kind of person who will want to go after something old, like an old artifact, just like the old artifacts and um, environment that is Angel Island. You know, he might have an interest in it, and people will blame it on him for that reason alone. They will focus on him. So Knuckles is actually he actually might be the perfect person to impersonate. So yeah, going to Knuckles, we need to go talk to him, see what's going on. We also need to learn more about this artifact, and I feel like an ad's about to come.
There was only one place to look for Knuckles, and that was Angel Island. A giant landmass that floats up above the clouds, like an ice cube in a glass of Chaos Cola. Thanks to the Master Emerald, a
Chaos
giant
Cola.
and immensely powerful jewel that Knuckles spends all his time guarding. Don't ask me how the Emerald works. And don't ask me how to get there either. It's a secret.
I don't know, guys. I can carry you both a pretty good distance, but Angel Island is really far.
Don't worry about it, Charmy. You won't be flying us.
Hey, wait. You're not thinking of taking...
The Chaotix
Is that a helicopter?
Copter. Nothing better for seeing the world.
We're gonna die! We're gonna die! We're gonna die!
Did you at least get your pilot's license for this thing?
Nah, who needs a silly pilot's license?
Pilots!
We landed at the island's edge.
To be fair, well, I don't know if you want to say that's being fair, but very mild spoiler, very mild spoiler. This almost has nothing to do with the big events of Death Note. But it's for Death Note. L says at some point in the story, he says that he can fly a helicopter and he does it on intuition. Like if you have good intuition, you can fly a helicopter or whatever, even without having a license for it. Something like that. I'm not sure exactly what L said, but he said that he could figure it out based on intuition and I suppose just his intelligence. I don't know if that means he is I guess that implies that he doesn't have a license for it. I don't know, but if it's anything like that, I'm sure a detective can figure out how to fly a helicopter even without being taught by a professional. It just reminded me of that.
Even though Knuckles was an old friend and used to be a part of the Chaotix, there was no telling how the Red Echidna might react to our unannounced arrival. He took his job as guardian very seriously, and I, for one, wouldn't want to be on the wrong end of a punch from one of the most powerful people we knew. That's a quick trip to Regret City. Knuckles could get pretty touchy about visitors to the Master Emerald Shrine, so I set us down a good distance away in the middle of a clearing on the island's edge. Just trees, flickies, and a boatload of questions.
Wow. Angel Island is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a paradise. No wonder Knuckles rarely leaves this place.
Music.
What are you guys doing here?
Knuckles, there you are. It's so good to see you.
How'd you know we were here?
Well, the sound of approaching chopper blades was a subtle hint.
We need to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to you.
Listen, fellas, we're friends, which is why I'm willing to overlook the unannounced visit. This time. What do you need?
Well, see, an artifact got stolen from a museum.
Can you tell us where you were during the robbery?
Doubtful. No idea when it took place.
This morning.
That's a problem. I had a feeling that Knuckles wouldn't even know what's going on down there from the island, and I'm glad that they're checking his alibi for this morning, but I'm pretty sure if Knuckles is territorial about having people come on his island, and he's pretty good at seeing whether or not someone's trying to get on his island, if no one's been on his island, no one's attempted to or has been, no one can confirm his alibi. So therefore, he was perfect to set up for this crime. This isn't good already, but let's go back a bit.
An artifact got stolen from a museum.
Can you tell us where you were during the robbery?
However, I wonder if he can tell us anything about that artifact. The person who might be impersonating Knuckles might be using to their advantage Knuckles' interest in history, specifically his own history, and they could just make the claim, well, maybe Knuckles thought it might have been related to Angel Island or the Echidna tribe, and that's why he had an interest in the artifact, whether it actually is or not. Or the person impersonating Knuckles knew it had something to do with the Echidna tribe or Angel Island, and they used Knuckles as a perfect person to as a perfect person to use who they knew wouldn't have an alibi, and used all those facts to make it seem stronger that it was Knuckles who had done it. So I wonder if Knuckles might know something about the artifact because it's related to the Echidna or Angel Island. And the person impersonating Knuckles, knew that, which makes the case against Knuckles stronger. I wonder if it has anything to do with whatever Knuckles is interested in.
Doubtful. No idea when it took place.
This morning.
Oh, then I was here. On this floating island, where I make all the laws.
What does that mean?
It means good luck trying to arrest me.
Can anyone, were there any corroborating witnesses? Someone who saw you here?
There might have been a chow around, I guess. What kind of artifact?
Hey, we're the ones asking questions.
No, but this is
Not
good,
from
Vector.
where I'm standing.
Like I said, this is good. Knuckles might know something about the artifact, with it being old. Show him the artifact, Victor. Did I say Victor? I meant to say Vector.
really need to work on your detective skills.
We've got mad detective skills, and we do some awesome detective stuff all the time.
What, like riding around in that vaguely helicopter-shaped piece of junk?
Oh,
he's not wrong.
What did this artifact look like anyway?
Like a lens. Here, we've got a photo.
Looks pretty old. I don't know much about this, and have no desire to learn more. Good luck with it.
Is he leaving? Knuckles! You can't just walk out on us. Remember when, against all odds, we beat Metal Sonic Kai at the new Tragic High Zone?
That's oddly specific.
So you do remember?
No. Call me when there's something I can punch.
Bye, Knuckles. See you later.
It was...
So what do we have? Knuckles claims that he was on the island, but no one could corroborate it, as I figure would be the case. Knuckles claims he was on the island. Now, if we were to trust Knuckles, in the morning, he claims he was on the island. So let's say we trust Knuckles, then there's only one other explanation to it. With the Team Chaotix here, the Chaotix detective agency here, looked at the security camera footage. Other than the blurry picture that they had of Knuckles, if that video looked very close to Knuckles, it's possible that it's one of two things. Either somebody is impersonating Knuckles, or there is another echidna. But I find it really hard to believe that it's another echidna because, well, you might compare the gloves and the shoes of Knuckles, and a lot of other things, like the way Knuckles broke, well, or rather, the person who's possibly impersonating Knuckles broke into the place. It seems like they are impersonating Knuckles. It's not just so happen to be another echidna. I don't think I believe it's just another echidna. So someone's impersonating Knuckles. If we are to believe Knuckles was on the island in the morning time, which I'm more inclined to believe, and I'm sure the detective agency here is inclined to believe that as well. My instincts are telling me that as well. Then that means somebody is impersonating Knuckles. They took advantage of Knuckles' lifestyle to commit this crime, which means they actually have an interest in that artifact. So we have to figure out more about the artifact so that we can track down who might want to take it and who would have enough information on Knuckles to know that that's the kind of person he is, so that they can even frame him in the way that they committed the crime, um, to look like Knuckles, and to know that he would have an alibi because that's the kind of lifestyle Knuckles lives, being alone on his island, not being keen on other people being there. So we're looking at for somebody who has that description. We're looking for someone who has that description. Let's continue.
Time to head back to HQ, regroup, and plan our next steps.
I say we learn more about the artifact.
Chaotix.
Look at all the clues.
We're gonna die! Oh, I wish we were riding horses!
You really should get that license, Vector.
Charmy, you can fly, so you'll be fine, right?
We landed and made our way back to the comfort of the Chaotix Detective Agency HQ. The creak of the ceiling fan, combined with the slow jazz from my boombox, formed the soundtrack of our one-room office in Seaside City. That office is a lot like me. Humble, yet dependable. No frills. Also no working air conditioning. I really have to get that looked at. I mean, no amount of conditioning could change that burning for justice inside of me. Pull up a chair.
I'm sorry, that was a peak line right there. But they do have their ceiling fan, right? I think I was hearing their ceiling fan squeak in the first, well, rather, episode 0.
There, boys. Pardon me, Charmy. I mean your throne of books.
Yep, I took your advice and got some higher learning. I feel smarter just sitting on it.
Now that we're settled, we need to go over what we know so far.
Good.
That's easy. Somebody disguised as Knuckles stole an artifact that's really old. Maybe.
Huh? Oh, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. So, we know it was stolen.
But we have no leads.
Another ad. They summed it up pretty well. Right now, we should be focusing on how we can learn more about that artifact so that we know who might take it. And who would have information of where it is. I mean, the general public would know where it is if they've been in the museum, so that doesn't really help. But who will have information on the museum, the artifact, who will have an interest in wanting to take it to begin with, has knowledge of the museum to take it, no matter how simple that part is, and knows about Knuckles well enough to be able to frame him. But as Charmy said, and as I deduced earlier, if we are to believe Knuckles is innocent, the real Knuckles, then that means somebody is impersonating Knuckles. Because, like I said, it's not just a random echidna. They are specifically going out of their way to frame Knuckles, knowing that he's the perfect person to frame, showing because he has no alibi. They knew he wouldn't have an alibi. So, okay, let's continue.
Huh? Oh, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. So, we know it was stolen.
But we have no leads.
Yeah. Darn it. I was really looking forward to some genuine hard-boiled detective action.
Maybe Tails might know
We
something.
did almost die in the Chaotix copter.
Hey,
But the artifact.
why don't we call Tails?
Oh, I was
He's
right.
a tech expert, isn't he?
Worth a shot.
Yeah, he might know
Tails.
something. There's a lot of information.
Nicknamed for a twin-tailed fox called Miles Prower. Kid genius, biplane pilot, Sonic sidekick. Course, when you think about it, it seems like we're all Sonic sidekicks sooner or later.
Vector, hey, it's great to hear from you. In fact,
No time for small talk, Tails. We need your help on a case.
Right, I was just... Somebody disguised as Knuckles stole an artifact from the museum. Yeah, I know.
The artifact was some kind of really old device or something. And since you're the big shot tech guy, we figured...
Guys! Would you listen to me for a second?
Yes, go on.
I already heard about the theft, and I got a call about it from an archaeologist at Spagonia University. I gave the professor.
Archaeologist at Spagonia University? He's not talking about Victoria. Wait a minute. That girl on the screen there, as I said earlier, that's not her, is it? No way. Let me go back a little bit.
I already heard about the theft, and I got a call about it from an archaeologist at Spagonia University. I gave the professor your address. There ought to be a knock at your door any minute.
Wow,
So
okay.
they contacted
Why didn't
Tells,
you just say all of that to begin with?
and Tells redirected
Great
them
talking to you.
to the Chaotix
luck.
Agency.
Everyone says that we're not real street-smart private-eye gumshoes, but
Why would they go to Tells to begin with? I mean, if Tells redirected them to the Chaotix Agency, the detective agency, that means whatever the person who went to Tells, whoever went to Tells wanted some sort of an investigation done, which is why Tells sent them over to us, the detective agency, or at least it eventually developed in such a way. So I'm guessing they contacted Tells first to see what they can do, another intelligent person, from one professor to a scientist. And the scientist, Tells, directed them to us, the detective agency. So if I'm understanding this right, then that means this professor is performing an investigation from the start. And they made their way to us through Tells. So I wonder what they want us to investigate.
they're wrong. Our big hard-boiled detective moment is finally here.
Our big what moment?
You know, in detective stories like this one, there's always a mysterious woman in trouble.
How does he know it's a woman? Wait a minute. How do you know it's a woman? I suspected it's a woman. I suspect it's that lady that we learned about in the Tales to Victoria, or I forgot her name exactly.
What moment?
You know, in gumshoes, but they're wrong. Our big hard-boiled detective moment is finally here.
Our big what moment?
You know, in detective stories like this one, there's always a mysterious woman in trouble. I bet that'll be our archaeologist.
You sure you didn't hit your head real hard in the Chaotix copter?
I hate to pile on, Vector, but I'm afraid you're setting yourself up for a major disappointment.
No, you might not be.
Oh. Hello? This is the Chaotix Detective Agency.
Tell me I'm right. That's her.
Vector was right. This really is a hard-boiled detective story.
There she was. The answer to so many questions, and the start of so many more. The lady was an enigma, wrapped in a mystery, garnished with intrigue. An unassuming salt-of-the-earth type with the mysteries of the universe at her fingertips.
Going back a bit because of the ad.
An enigma, wrapped in a mystery, garnished with intrigue. An unassuming salt-of-the-earth type with the mysteries of the universe at her fingertips.
The mysteries of the universe at her fingertips. I don't know, that sounds like a researcher or a professor. One that I'm thinking of specifically.
Are indeed the Chaotix Detective Agency. Come in, please. Let me get you a seat.
No! My book thrown! I was feeling so smart!
Ooh, sorry. Thank you. I hope I've come at a good time. Tails said you could use my help, and I happened to be in the area. But I suppose I should have called first, except I didn't have your number. Oh, I really should have asked Tails and...
Take it easy. Let's just start with who you are.
She said Tells said that you could use my help, meaning the detective agency can use her help. So she contacted Tells, and Tells directed her to the agency. So is it not what I thought before about her wanting an investigation done? So she went to Tells, and Tells is directing her to the agency, or she's saying that she can help them perform the investigation that she wanted to be performed to begin with, with Tails, and she's giving them more information to help them to solve the case that she was trying to do from the very start before Tails redirected her to the detective agency. Anyway, let's just continue.
What do you say?
Right. Whew. Well, first, I'm sorry I took your seat, little boy. You can sit with me if you'd like.
Yay! You're a nice lady.
Oh, precocious little one, aren't you? Well. Now then, I'm Professor Victoria of Spagonia University.
Yeah.
But please, just call me Tori. I'm an archaeologist specializing in artifacts of arcane power across the 4 great civilizations.
Are we one of those?
This music.
We're in the 5th and current one.
Very astute, Mr. Espio, was it?
Yes.
I want to hear that
Across
again.
the
I'm
4
sorry.
great
I'm sorry. The music in the background, if you hear the music in the background, you know what it's from. I like the music that they're remixing. Um, or rather, they're making a new version of the music from the past, and it's really nice to listen to. This is very well done, and I'm really enjoying this. But I want to go back a little bit just to hear what she's saying again.
Well, now then, I'm Professor Victoria of Spagonia University. But please, just call me Tori. I'm an archaeologist specializing in artifacts of arcane power across the 4 great civilizations.
Are we one of those?
We're in the 5th and current one.
Oh.
Very astute, Mr. Espio, was it?
Yes.
So they're the 5th and current civilization, meaning that it goes in order in time. So they're not all existing at once, but they all existed in different periods of time. They're in the 5th civilization, and she specializes in knowledge of the 4 past civilizations. Is that what I'm understanding? Which means she focuses on history, is basically what she's saying. History past the current era or civilization that they are on. And she's an archaeologist specializing in the arcane artifacts, is what she said. Let me make sure I understand
Power
that.
across the 4 great civilizations. Now then, I'm Professor Victoria of Spagonia University. But please, just call me Tori. I'm an archaeologist specializing in artifacts of arcane power across the 4 great civilizations.
Arcane power of the
we
4
one of
civilizations.
those?
Gotcha.
We're in the 5th and current one.
Very astute,
Specifically the
Mr.
arcane artifacts.
Espio, was it?
Yes. And thank you.
Might I see the relic that was stolen?
Here's a picture of the artifact the museum gave us. We originally got a call from the museum's curator, Mr. Kitsch. According to the info he had on hand, it's called an...
Astroscopic lens. I beg your pardon.
So, you,
That's odd, though. If she knows anything more about this lens, the curator said that all he knows is that it's really, really old. That's all they've ever known about it. This curator's job, from my little bit of research, is to understand and interpret the things they have. I suppose they put up on display for the museum. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Yet he couldn't do his research by contacting this Tory person at any point. I suppose I could have put it up a long time ago on display and just let it be and not think about it anymore. But was there no way for him to figure this out? What kind of information does Tory have that's so secretive that they couldn't even identify its origins or what it really is in all this time that they've had it? Or at least at the time when they first got it. It's interesting, no? It's like secret knowledge or sacred or whatever. I don't know. It is interesting.
know about it.
I know of it. The details are frustratingly scant. It's thought to be a relic of the 2nd great civilization, more commonly known as the Gaia civilization.
Gaia?
The what civilization?
Shh! This lens is one of only a handful of known relics from the Gaians. I've never gotten to research them myself, but what I have seen suggests that this is part of a set of lenses, and that the entire set functions as a power amplifier of some sort. Mr. Vector, was it?
Yes, Tori?
On behalf of the
No.
Spagonia University Archaeology Department, I would like to hire you and your agency to track down this relic thief and recover the lens. There'll be an honorarium in it for you if you're successful. Can I rely on the Chaotix Detective Agency with this? What do you say?
What's an honorarium? Is it money?
I don't know. Money.
On the
Sorry, I went back because of another ad.
Chaotix Detective Agency with this? What do you say?
What's an honorarium? Is it money?
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like honor.
It sounds like money. Hey, wait. If it is, we can fix up that death trap Chaotix copter.
Or get horses. Vector, say yes!
I say absolutely, positively yes. The Chaotix Detective Agency is on the job.
Fantastic. And I might even be able to give you your next lead. I got word just this morning of another artifact theft, perpetrated by someone named Rouge.
Chaotix.
Wait a minute.
Another.
Give me a moment. She said this morning? What, this morning? Are we supposed to believe it happened around the time when allegedly someone Knuckles or someone impersonating Knuckles, probably impersonating Knuckles, at the same time Rouge was stealing something related to an artifact? To the artifact that's of interest right now. That is very interesting. So, at the same time, or around the same time? Let's see. Let me go back a little bit more.
Detective Agency is on the job.
Fantastic.
You said higher, so there better be
And
money.
I might even be able to give you your next lead. I got word just this morning of another artifact theft, perpetrated by someone named Rouge.
Another artifact theft. Another artifact theft. Stolen by somebody named Rouge. She said it happened this morning. I wonder when it happened. Before or after when the impersonator for Knuckles has stolen that artifact from the museum. I mean, it could happen, they could both happen in the morning, but one could happen earlier than the other. Whatever the case. This is interesting. In the same period of the day, within morning, two thefts happen. And why is she telling us about this artifact being stolen? Does she believe it's also part of the second civilization, Gaian? Gaian history? She has a reason to believe that? Oh, this is getting really interesting. And now Rouge is involved. We gotta go look at the security footage. Find Rouge if we can. And look around to see. Ah, this is just so interesting. We need more information.
Chaotix.
Confound it! What now?
Sounds like your proximity alarm, Eggman. Better go check on that.
Don't tell me what to do in my own base, Sonic.
But we just got to the part where we found out that whoever framed Knuckles had some serious knowledge of Gaian artifacts. What we didn't have was a motive, or any suspects, which just meant we had to keep digging.
You, pause the story. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
So, Sonic.
So what does Sonic do exactly? Because well, I know Sonic was getting Vector to talk about their story so that Eggman was distracted, focused on the agency. I don't know what Sonic did exactly, and he knew that it was a proximity sensor. So I don't know what Sonic did or knew what was coming, but I'm guessing Vector's gonna question him on that now, I suppose. He's gonna question him now, I'm sure.
Who do you think set off the alarm? My teammates or your friends?
50-50 odds at this rate. But if Eggman comes back before we get out, you better have enough story to buy us more time.
Oh, don't you worry. This case has plenty of twists and surprises to come.
I'm
so excited.
Now I almost don't want to get rescued. I can't wait to hear more of The Case of the Two-Faced Thief. Are you sure about the title?
We can workshop it later. To be continued.
they play the first part of the song, the
Give us
beginning.
your mystery. You wouldn't want to miss when the chaotics are on the case.
So it seems that they played part of the song at the beginning and the part of the song at the end, kind of making a sandwich of I like it, a sandwich, you know. You have the bread, which is the two parts of the song, the full song, in between the story. So I'm very intrigued. I don't know what more to say other than what I've already said to you guys as the episode went on. I gave you my thoughts, my observations, my I don't have any theories yet because Sherlock Holmes says it's a capital mistake to theorize before one has all the data. And well, jump I don't want to jump to any conclusions. I just want to keep gathering as much information as possible, but I'm keeping up with what they're going through right now, and I'm glad that they are investigating well. I mean, they're doing exactly what I wanted them to do was to look into Knuckles, find him, speak to him, look into the look into any information that they could find about the artifact, look into the security camera footage. After I mentioned that those are the things they should have done, they went and gone and done all of those things. So I'm really happy that they are taking that I suppose whoever's writing this, I don't know exactly who's writing this, but whoever's writing this is taking detective work seriously. They're keeping the silliness that the people love about the Detective Chaotix Agency. I keep saying that Chaotix Detective Agency, but they're still taking it seriously, the mystery around it. I really do take investigation seriously. It's, I'm very passionate about it, so I'm really am enjoying this so far, and I cannot wait for episode 2. All right, well, I guess that's it. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on, and well, maybe if you had your own observations or anything like that, please let me know. I would like to solve this mystery.